The definition of scary: frightening, causing fear. The definition of fear: an unpleasant motion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. When you look at these two definitions, in general, the Dragon Ball series may not be looked at as a scary series, but there are definitely moments throughout the series that cause fear in either the viewer or the characters themselves. So with that said, I will give you my top 5 scariest moments in all of Dragon Ball for this Halloween special. Coming in at number 5 is the history of Trunks. Now we see the scenes of fear in this special, like when Gohan was hiding from the androids with Trunks, or when the androids were just killing civilians, but the true scary moment of this special would be when Trunks himself took on the androids and you saw him running through the building by himself. You truly felt how scared Trunks was by his expressions, and also by the way that the androids were pretty much creeping up on him. Especially when you see 17 coming behind him, and also when you see Android 18 showing Trunks in the reflection of the broken glass. Moving on to number 4, we have King Piccolo terrorizes Earth. As you can see, we get a moment here where King Piccolo's demons are causing direct havoc on Earth. In it, we see many helpless civilians who stand no chance against the demons. We also see the demons decimating both the military and the Earth's best warriors. But to put the icing on the cake, after Roshi describes the horrors that he and Crane went through to stop the demons, King Piccolo arrived, proving too strong for everyone until Mutaito had to come and seal him away with the Mufuba, also known as the Evil Containment Wave. And the true fear here was that no one, I repeat, no one was strong enough to stop King Piccolo. Pulling away at number 3, we have Garlic Jr. and the Blackwater Mist, also referred to as the Aqua Mist or the Aqua Mistuto. There really isn't a particular moment here, it's more so the whole arc itself. The obvious one to mention is where Master Roshi, Bulma, Yamcha, and Chi-Chi were all pretty much infected by the mist and began their savage behavior. We also have another scene where we see the effects of the city and Garlic's henchmen pretty much killing innocent people. We also see a scene where rats attack people, which is pretty disgusting when you think about the way to go out. And when you really think about it, this whole arc had a very horror feel to it. Garlic's mist is actually affecting humanity like a plague. If you're bitten, you become infected. So I definitely felt that the moments of this arc should have been mentioned. Falling to second place, we have Cell's Absorptions. There are 3 scenes that pretty much sum up the horror of what Cell was doing to people. First off, it would have to be where we see in the city that there's nothing but clothes on the ground. This gave off a feeling that depicted Cell as a serial killer. And we see another scene later on where Cell is attacking a couple in a circus, and another one where we see Cell chasing a mother and her son, only to be saved by Krillin in the process. And this really gave us a feeling that the way Cell takes people out is pretty creepy. But the ultimate moment to Cell's absorptions is where we see Cell absorbing the rich man. Watching his body literally liquefy gave me the creeps as a kid. It even disgusted Piccolo of all people, who has seen his fair share of nasty things in life, and these moments of Cell definitely had to make me put this at number 2. But what's number 1? Frieza's torture. I must admit that this moment may not be as graphic as Cell absorbing people, and it might not show mass murder like King Piccolo's demons or when Super Buu used the human extinction attack, but this moment was the perfect example of a scary moment for our characters. One of the first moments of Frieza's torture would have to be watching him constantly impale Krillin with his horns, as you see Krillin completely helpless to defend himself. The next one would be when we see the delight on Frieza's face as he's turning Piccolo into Swiss cheese with all of his death beams. And another one would have to be the shock on everyone's face when it was revealed that Frieza survived the Spirit Bomb as he proceeded to injure Piccolo and kill Krillin. But nothing beats Frieza's torture of Vegeta. You see the look of fear on everyone's eyes as Frieza is slowly beating Vegeta to an inch of his life, to the point where it actually makes him cry. And the sad part about this is that Krillin, Gohan, and Piccolo could do absolutely nothing but stand there and watch it happening, and wait for them to eventually get what Frieza would have given them if Goku had not arrived. And the fact that we saw Frieza torturing characters that we were so familiar with in the series made all of his torture scenes on Namek #1 to me. But here are 3 honorable mentions. The first would have to be Baby abducting the alien kid's body, and then eventually the Doctor. Seeing Baby take over bodies like a parasite along with that creepy smile is very creepy to watch, and you can definitely see the fear on the characters that he takes over. The next one would have to be Goku Black's attack on the future. Not only do we see the fear from Trunks and Mai, but the sad thing is that we see him kill Bulma, and right before Bulma dies, she sees the face of one of her best friends killing her. There was also another moment where we see Goku Black in the alternate present timeline killing Goku, Goten, and Chi-Chi. That was a fearful moment as well. And for our third honorable mention, I should talk about our nightmare sequences. Goku had a nightmare sequence in which the androids pretty much came in and killed everyone, and Goku couldn't do a thing to stop them. There was also another nightmare sequence in which we see Gohan napping and dreamt that Cell came into the hyperbolic time chamber and pretty much killed everyone in the process, including Piccolo and Chi-Chi, as weird as that may have been. And the last nightmare sequence would be kind of the least scary of all these 3, but it would have to be when Gohan dreamt that Frieza pretty much came back, and eventually Frieza came back anyways in his Mecha Frieza form. So these pretty much sum up my honorable mentions. So guys, that has been my video for today. Overall, I hope you enjoyed my top 5 scariest moments in Dragon Ball. I'd love to know what are some of your scariest moments in the comment section below. In addition to the comment section, I will post all of the scary moments that I thought about in it so you guys can see all of the moments I thought about, in addition to putting it in the description so you guys can see all of the scary moments that I thought about from the entire Dragon Ball series. So with everything said, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And remember, as I always say, to have a great day, guys, and have a happy Halloween.